Good morning. I am here live with day four of the Set the Vision Challenge. And today it's rest, recharge, realign. And I'm going to get into all of that in a couple minutes. And in the meantime, I'm going to light some Palo Santo, take some deep breaths over here, and just set the space. I've got some noise outside. Someone is doing work in the yard. So, ooh, smoking. So, as you're joining either live or on the replay, I just invite you to give yourself a little check-in, check into your body. How are you feeling? Feel free to share in the comments. I'm giving myself a little stretch. Hi, Nick. How are you, Nick? So if you need a little stretch, give that to yourself. Whatever you need. Maybe you need a couple deep breaths. Just allowing yourself to arrive here this morning or whenever you are watching this video. Okay. Yay, you're well and stretching with me. I love it. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and dive in to today. So day 4 of this hashtag Set the Vision Challenge. And we've been here over the last few days talking about or practicing ways to energetically clear our energy, to kind of realign our minds to a space of clear, positive, focused groundedness and centeredness as we approach the election, right? So we're settling some of that energy that has been being spent on worry or anxiousness about what might happen after next week, and we're rechanneling that energy in a constructive way. In constructive ways, we're tending to our own energy, we're tending to our bodies, we're tending to our minds, we're tending to our spirits, so that we stay in a high vibration, because from that space, we're able to make a bigger impact in the world. We're able to be clear in what it is we're meant to do next, how we can contribute to the cause, and then we can go out in the world and do those things from a space of alignment. And I always say aligned action is empowered action. When we take action that is aligned, we really have the energy of all that is with us, inside of us, in that action. So it's like exponentially more effective, right? Okay, so as you're joining, feel free to give a wave and let me know how you are feeling today. How are you as you're entering this space? No judgment. Any way that you're feeling is fine. There is room for it all. Okay, so I'm having a nice cup of tea this morning. So relaxing to me. All right, so let's go ahead and take some breaths. So just close your eyes if you can do so safely. Close your eyes and take a deep breath in and release. Another deep breath in, just becoming present exactly where and as we are today. Let it go. Deep breath in, opening to the infinite possibilities of this time that we have together today. Release. And I invite you to continue breathing deeply. And as you do, just allow an intention to float into your mind. This is a word or a phrase to express something that you would like to experience or feel, either in your day or during this little mini session that we're having together. Knowing whatever intention that is coming to you right now is perfect. And when you're ready, take one more deep breath in. And just open your eyes. And whether you're watching now live or on the replay, share your intention in the chat. I would love to hold that intention with you and for you. And also sharing the things that we are intending also amplifies them. It strengthens them. Using the voice, or in this case, we're putting it out, but still in word, it amplifies it. It puts it out in a vibrational way. And that's kind of one of the first stages of manifestation. It's vibration first. Stephanie is feeling behind. That's okay, Stephanie. I hope you're not feeling behind today about this session, because you're right on time for this. And you know what? That's always the case, no matter what it is. There is always divine timing. We are always moving in divine timing, perfect timing, perfect timing. Okay. All right. So, Stephanie, intention to act instinctually and intentionally. I love that. Yes, I'm holding that with you, Stephanie. I love that. Okay, so today, day 4 of our Set the Vision Challenge. This is about rest. Today is called Rest, Recharge, Realign. Rest, recharge, realign. And I know that, even if you've showed up for any of these days that we've had together so far, there's definitely a sense of that rest, recharge, and realign, especially the recharging and the realigning in these, just in showing up. So kudos to you for being here and to engaging with this, because you're already giving yourself some of what you need in terms of what we're talking about today. I also want to give you an opportunity to intentionally give yourself a little pocket or little pockets of rest, of time to rest, to recharge, to realign. Okay, so today might be like a little bit shorter, because I also want you to have time today to do this challenge for yourself, which is all about giving yourself this time. So let's think about it, right? So there is a lot of change that we are all seeing needs to happen, right? It's like massive and maybe sometimes overwhelming even. And so sometimes it might feel like there is no time to rest because there is so much to do. And yeah, there is so much to be done. There's so much to do. There's so much to be done. There's so much that needs to shift. This is true. And also, it's really important that along the way, we do not burn ourselves out. Because as I've been saying over the last couple of days, whatever happens next week or after next week, we still need to continue showing up. Whatever happens, we need to continue showing up in our power, with our gifts, with our voices, allowing our vessels to be a conduit for the change that we are trying to see, that we would like to see, that we are trying to create in our world. We need to continue showing up. This is a long game. So even in preparation for next week, it's important that we don't totally burn ourselves out. And yes, there are times where it is appropriate to kind of give a little push in order to move something forward. So maybe right now you're in a phase of feeling like you need to give a push. Maybe you're doing like a ton of phone banking and you're telling everybody you know everything they need to know about voting. And that's fantastic. Keep doing it. I'm not saying you need to stop doing that. I am saying that you need to also be aware of where you are in, where are you? How are you doing as you're doing all of this? So that you can sustain yourself and sustain your own well-being, because if you burn out, then you're not really any good to anyone and you're not really any good to the cause, right? So take a deep breath here. Let it go. We're going to talk today about, I'm going to share with you 3 ways to know if you need a moment to reset and reconnect, to recharge and realign. Okay, let me know how all of this is resonating with you so far. And if you have any questions about this along the way, please let me know. Even if you're watching the replay later, I'll come back. I'll respond to you. Okay, so just remember as we're talking about this, if it feels like, but I can't stop, there's not enough time, because also, right, there's what's going on in the world and we're trying to contribute to that. And then we have our personal lives that we're trying to continue moving forward and continuing to sustain. So it might really feel like, oh no, there's no time. I can't stop. I can't rest. But you can. I need to remind you that even in like a literal fight, like in a boxing match or something, there are moments of rest, of respite between rounds, right? So there's a round of fighting, and then there is a pause, and you go back to your corner, and you rest, you refuel, you get some water, you recharge, you get what you need. Your coach is there. Is it called a coach? I'm not an expert in this world, but your coach or whoever it is there, and they help you. They help you to become recharged. They help you to remember the strength that is inside of you, and then you go back out there and you fight another round. And then after that round, you come back and you rest for a minute again. You rest, you let it go, you release. You release. Today is the full moon as well. So release. There's a lot of support here for the energy of release. Patrice Cullors talks about the need for self-care and recharging so we can continue the important work. Yes, thank you, Stephanie. Absolutely, 100%. We have to remember this. That's how we can do our best, most effective work when we are taking care of ourselves, first and foremost. I promise. I promise it's true. Experiment with it. See how it goes, right? Okay. So, yes. So just remember that if your mind is kind of like, but I can't take a break. There's too much to do. We got to fight for the change we want to see. Okay, yes, we do. And also, even in a literal fight, there are moments of rest. I shared one day because this imagery was just in my mind, and I shared one day in I think my Instagram stories this idea that like think of me as your corner man. Think of me as your corner man, like they have in those fights in boxing and things like that. Like, I'm here to nurture your wounds and pump you up so you can go back out and fight the good fight, right? So I just wanted to share that with you. Like, this is important. That's it. There are people who help other people to do that because it's so important for us to do it. It's so important for us to take that moment of rest, that moment to recharge, that moment to realign, that moment for self-care, like you were saying, Stephanie. And then we are full, our cups are full, and we have something to give, we have something to share. So take a deep breath, release. If you already know that this is something you need, a moment to rest, recharge, realign, let me know. Shoot me a little emoji or a little heart or something, or comment. Okay, so 3 ways to know for sure that you need a reset moment, a little rest, recharge, realign moment. 1, if you feel like your head is spinning, or you're feeling continuously anxious or scared of what's to come. check in. Is this you? And as we go, feel free to let me know. Okay, so this might make you feel like frozen or powerless or stuck or irritable, any of those things. If you're experiencing any of that, and of course, like, we're human, so this is the emotion ebbing and flowing, I guess is what I'm trying to show. But it's like, if you are in that a lot of the time and you're continuously having to like that's the feeling, like you're trying to move forward or like trying to figure out how to feel better, and it feels like that, you need a minute. Heidi, the migraine I had yesterday was a pretty good indication that I'm scorched. Yeah. And that's a really good point, Heidi. Thank you for sharing that, because our bodies will tell us aches, pains, sickness, like nondescript sick feelings. Like a lot of time, I mean, go to your doctor if you need to go to your doctor. And also a lot of times, like, physical symptoms like that are an indication of something going on emotionally or energetically. And if you can't get it solved from a physical perspective, sometimes it's important to go in and get the energetic, emotional perspective, like look at it from that way, or get someone to help you look at it from that way, because there might be something that's needing to be released. Okay, deep breath. So that's number one sign. Number 2 sign, if you're having trouble finding emotional stability, like if you are, so yes, emotions, they move through us and we're kind of like this, but if you're feeling like this, like it is, like you feel like you can't even keep up with your own emotional changes, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with you if you're feeling that. If you're feeling the up and down and the up and down and the up and down emotionally, you're feeling hopeful, and then you're feeling anxious, and then you're feeling like, well, maybe everything's gonna be okay, and then you're feeling like horribly scared, like all in the span of 2 minutes. We're not emotionally stable at that point. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with you. There's no judgment there, but that is an indication that you need a moment to re-find your center. You need a moment to rest. You need a moment to recharge. You need a moment to realign. That is an indication to pause, not an indication to push harder. Okay? And again, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. And I'm here to help you with all of that, so don't worry. Okay, a third sign that you need a moment to rest, recharge, realign is, okay, this is so important and is like at the heart of all of this. If you are having trouble meeting your own basic needs, like you feel so exhausted, so stressed out over the situation, and maybe you're taking so much action, like you are putting so much of yourself into trying to keep up with what's going on and trying to contribute to the cause, that you are like burning yourself out, and then you're having trouble eating, like you're having trouble feeding yourself, like figuring out what to eat, and like, showering and that kind of thing. You need a bit of a realign moment, okay? And again, it's okay. These are indications that we're stressed, that we're stressed, and that perhaps we are stretched too thin. And it is important to, I just saw like this image of like plugging back into our source. Plug back into the source, whatever that means to you, right? So that can be like the divine, the universe, the creator, whatever that is for you. Plug back into your source, your highest self. Plug back in. We need to plug back in if we're feeling any of those things. And if you've been doing a lot of work to contribute to change, like kudos to you. I am so grateful to you, and we all are. And it's good work, and it's important work, and it is a priority. And also, you are a priority. You are a priority. You have to take care of yourself so that you can keep doing that. We gotta take care of you. Cannot give from an empty cup. Oxygen mask, right on the airplane. You gotta place your oxygen mask on first. Okay? Okay, deep breath. Let it go. I'm seeing many hearts as we go, so I'm assuming this is resonating with people. Okay, so take a breath here. Release. Deep breath. Let it go. One more deep breath. Let it go. So permission to rest, right? And this always applies. I feel like this is something that I talk a lot about with my one-on-one clients as well. You know, even when they're trying to create big change in their creative careers or in their businesses, and they're pushing forward. Sometimes we have to have a moment, a session that's very much centered on permission to rest, permission to recharge, and literally building in the structures based on their lives that will allow them to have a steady drumbeat of resting, recharging, realigning in their everyday lives, right? So this applies to our personal life, but it also applies when we're trying to shift the world. It applies here too. Okay. Corey says, loving all of this. I'm so glad, Corey. Good to see you here. Okay. So I invite you, if this resonated with you, great. There's nothing wrong, but take a moment to rest, recharge, and realign. And that is actually the challenge for today. The invitation for today is I want you to find 5 minutes or more. You can do 5 minutes. Do more if you want and if you're able. At least 5 minutes of something that will intentionally help you to rest, recharge, realign. Feel free to throw some ideas here in the comments. What are things that help you feel calm, help you feel centered, help you feel grounded? It can be as simple as having a cup of tea, making yourself a cup of tea and choosing to sit for 5 minutes and sipping your tea. It can be as simple as, if you're somewhere where, the weather is decent and you have a way to kind of be outside safely right now, going outside and sitting outside and experiencing fresh air for 5 minutes. Maybe you're a person where, ooh, yes, Heidi, Tibetan singing bowls. Yes, Tibetan singing bowls. I mean, man, that for 5 minutes will literally change your vibration. So yes to that. Going on a walk around the block. Give yourself a walk around the block. It can be like, I'm just sharing, it doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be a whole situation. There are ways to give yourself, apparently this means realign and rest. There are ways to do that you can just put a little pocket of it in your day. Corey, face masks and a cup of tea. Yeah. Yes. So do that today and see how you feel afterwards. Just notice what 5 minutes does. What is 5 minutes of intentionally recharging, resting, realigning? What does that do for you? I would love to know. So please, after you do it, come back to this video, share with me what that did for you, if you'd like. And here is the, challengey part of it, because like I said, I love having you amplify. I love seeing all of what you guys are sharing and what's coming up for you as we do these challenge days. So the thing today, take your 5 minutes or more to give yourself a moment to rest, recharge, realign, 5 minutes plus of that. You'll feel amazing, I'm telling you. So do that intentionally. And then and then I want you to share what you did. So share what you did. Take a photo of what you're doing. Like if you're having a cup of tea, take a photo of your cup of tea or something like that. Or you can write out what you did, okay? And I made another Insta story template. So you can use that if you want. If that feels too confusing, you can just post your photo or go in your stories and type out, in order to rest, recharge, realign today, I am blah, 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 blah. Tell me what you're doing. Tag me at the Rachel Ferreira. Use hashtag Set the Vision Challenge so that I can see it all and celebrate it all. And I really love you sharing this too, because it also might inspire somebody else that you know who needs to take a minute. Maybe someone else needs permission to rest for 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, right? And if you have an hour, oh man, take an hour. If this is like ding, 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 something in you is like, I need the day. Take the day. Permission to take the day. I am here for you. I support you in that. You don't need my permission, but full permission in case it helps you to do it, okay? Take a deep breath. Release. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So let me know in the comments whether you're watching live or if you're watching the replay. Let me know what you are taking from this today. What is one thing you are taking from this today? Let me know. And we will be back tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. for day 5. And it's going to be awesome. I'm going to be giving you another tool to support you in all of this. It's going to be great. So let me know what you're taking. I will see you soon. I cannot wait to see how you are taking care of yourself today. How are you taking care of yourself today? Post it in your stories. Let me see. I can't wait. Joanna, permission to rest. Thank you. Yes, Stephanie, have a beautiful day, everyone. Stephanie, you have a beautiful day too. I am sending you all so much love and the biggest hug. Can you feel it? I love you. See you tomorrow. Bye.